Every single person in the United States should be outraged by this craziness.
I mean, Christopher, look at the pictures we're showing on TV, right? I mean, the number of people who are coming and headed our way. We're told it's 3 additional caravans. Do you have any idea in terms of where that stands? Are they waiting until after the election?
That's exactly what they're doing. There's hundreds of thousands right now, Maria, in southern Mexico, just waiting for the election. They want to see what's going to happen, obviously, before they actually make their way to the border. And it all goes back to leadership and having strong leadership in the United States that's going to put pressure on Mexico to keep these caravans or keep any potential illegal immigrants from making this journey. But yet we're not seeing that. We haven't seen that in the last 2.5 years. And just to go back to my point earlier, when we talked about hiding the negative optics, well, of course, the federal government has been also allowing illegal immigrants through the use of the CBP-1 app and also these direct flights from some of these countries, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, directly into the United States. And those numbers are not accounted for the daily, daily encounters that we're seeing right now. So we still have a situation on our hands right now. On daily average, we're seeing 2,000 illegal border crossings a day. Now, that's not as big as what we normally would see, between 6,000 to 8,000. But nonetheless, if you go back to the Obama administration, when you look at DHS Secretary Jay Johnson, he even said 1,000 would be catastrophic, would be a problem on the border. Right now, we're still dealing with 2,000, not taking into account the gotaways as well and all the criminal activity that comes with it.
Yeah. With New York City sending 4,500 migrants back to Texas, offering free one-way plane and bus tickets to other states like Illinois, Florida, or Colorado. New York spent nearly $14 million on the reticketing program as of July. So Abbott sends migrants to New York, then New York spends all this money, millions, to send them back to Texas.
This is just nuts, y'all. I'm sorry.
The Big Apple has spent more than $6 billion total on this migrant crisis. The billboard says this: your brother in immigration custody has rights. We're here to help. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement and Border Patrol sources told Fox News they're furious about these billboards, calling the ads insulting and saying that they feel like they work against them. Many say that their agency are already working with limited funding and resources.
Track down these criminals and arrest them and hold them accountable. And when you see a billboard like this from our own federal government, it really undermines the rule of law, and what we should be doing as a country is actually holding people accountable for violating the law.
You know, when it comes to this crazy election that's getting ready to take place, everybody has a different reason why they're voting the way they're voting. So there's no secret that I'm voting for Trump, okay? 100%. Anybody that has 2 eyes can see the crazy that we've been dealing with the last 4 years. Anybody that can vote for what they have seen from the Democratic Party.
You're out of your mind.
I don't even have words to describe. There's something clearly not connected, something not right. I mean, how can you be okay with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? I don't even mention Joe Biden anymore, just Kamala Harris, because she's the one running for president. How do you allow this many unvetted, illegal immigrants into this country? I am not against immigration at all. Just come through the front door. All this backdoor crap, giving them taxpayer dollars, we never agreed on. We never said that was a good idea. Nobody came to us as the American citizens and said, hey, we're thinking about doing this, giving this money to help these migrants. Are you okay with that? They don't ask us what we want them to do with our taxpayer dollars. This is just nuts, y'all. I'm sorry. So for me, getting back to what I was talking about, my biggest issue is not the economy, it is the border. Okay, as a former United States Marine, as a police officer for over 30 years, I cannot understand why you would allow this many people into our country. Every other country has borders. I'm dumbfounded. I don't have words. I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I'm tired of the fact that this is being allowed to happen. I've read in many comments on several videos, if Kamala Harris becomes the next president of the United States, we are done as a country.
We're done.
We are D-O-N-E, done. So if you're okay with that, just because your grandmother voted Democrat or that's because that's what you've always done, get your head out of your butt, look at what the issues are, and make an informed decision based on what you think you can live with. If you think it's okay to kill babies up into the 9th month, fine, vote for Harris. If you think it's okay to vote for somebody that has no clue, that's nothing more than a talking head, who's not even going to be the actual person running the country, vote for Kamala Harris. If you think that unsecure, open borders is the answer, you'll think it's not the answer when it starts affecting your community. The Democrats are okay with this going on because 99% of them aren't being affected by the migrant crisis. But I guarantee you, if a busload of them pull up and get dropped off on your street and they start affecting your neighborhood, assaulting or injuring your children or anything crazy like that, I guarantee you, you're going to regret making the decision to vote for this lady. I just don't have any words, y'all. I just don't have any words.
What's the matter, Pop? I'm confused.
All I can say is we need to get out there and vote. If you've never voted, this is going to be the election of the century. And like I said in closing, you have to call what your issue is. Maybe it's women's right to choose. Maybe it's inflation. You know, I'm not crazy about the inflation and the prices of things either. You know what I'm saying? But I want prices to go back to the way they were 4 years ago. I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to illegal migrants. I'd rather my taxpayer dollars go to people in this country that actually need a helping hand. Not welfare, not that kind of mentality, but people that actually need help. Homeless veterans that have rarely gotten the help they need from our government. This is just crazy, y'all. I'm sorry, I just didn't mean to rant and go off, but remember what I said. If Kamala Harris gets in office, we're done as a country. Thankfully for me, my faith is in Jesus Christ, and I know whatever God allows, He allows for His purposes. And I know that there are people that have been praying for this nation for years, and I still truly believe that God is raising Trump up for such a time as this. We need a leader like him, somebody that's not bought and paid for like we're used to seeing. Everybody knows that Biden hasn't been the one running this country the last 4 years. I have no idea who's running the country now. Kamala, she's flip-flopping all over the country. Joe Biden makes an appearance every once and again. This is nuts. This is crazy. Anyway, get out there and vote. I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Take care.